came out to my mother when I was 17, and I watched as she melted away, swallowed by an inconvenient truth she could no longer deny through a waterfall of her own tears, all because her daughter was a queer. But don't worry, this isn't another faggots coming out story. This is truth. This is for anyone who can recognize the power of the media's lies, globalized monetary plots, the mechanisms that control us all, but most of all, this is for those who do not. When my mom struggled with acceptance, I told her to imagine, if you can, not being able to marry Dad because he was of another race. She told me that was different. He was a man. She had forgotten that just 50 years ago, anti-miscegenation laws banned interracial marriage, and we both would have felt the courtroom justify our love unconstitutional. Wanting independence from taxation without representation, but I've yet to see a lesbian Latina in my House of Representatives. Makes me wonder if faggot hits me harder than wetback. You see, history tends to repeat itself. The Stonewall riots were the brave, fighting the ongoing police brutality against those suspected to be gay looked an awful lot like concentration camps, separate but equal, the KKK, so similar to Baltimore, McKinney, and South Carolina. History tends to repeat itself. From Rosie the Riveter to third-wave feminism, promoting a working woman, to the media backlash of Leave It to Beaver to Mad Men, advertising traditional housewives and their gender roles. See, history tends to repeat itself, and calling me a faggot only puts a smile to the elite 1% as you answered their question, how are we to control the masses? These labeled boxes are like prisons where we serve a life sentence for being found unjustifiably guilty. And instead of plotting our escape, we try desperately to become a better prisoner than the next. And there we will rot until we finally understand this is not a goddamn competition. Please, someone tell me. I am so confused. Is a black man better than a white woman? Is a rich entrepreneur who finds comforts in the drugs they abuse better than an eager learning student whose books are always used? Is a starving female model better than a soldier of war who lost his leg in Afghanistan but is really a trans man who can never really identify as such because, of course, they have labels too? We are born a dichotomy, pink or blue. You want freedom? Freedom is to lift the veil of duality so we are no longer blinded by this false reality, because every constructed category is truly a color wheel that has been flattened into a limited polarity. Freedom is to recognize that we all share the same love. Hear me now. I love my people, all people. We are the 99% minorities ready to lift our labels and come out of our boxes. There is no you and me. Our human nature is unity, and it is time for us to make a motherfucking difference until all we see is our cumulative beauty.